Go ahead, Andrew.
Yeah, my name is Andrew Wilson, host of the Crucible, fastest growing debate channel online to my knowledge. I guess I semi-professionally debate, blood sport debater, and I definitely am here to provide pushback to feminist ideology. So I did want to dive into a few things right away, a couple of questions. Can we kind of start with, I just was wondering, your parents are still together, right?
Yes.
What did your dad say when he came home with an ankle bracelet? Like, what was his reaction?
He was just like, well, we always knew that you were determined to do what you're going to do. You know what I mean? So they're just like, no matter what, we know that you did what you're going to
So
do.
he's just like giving up on you?
No, he didn't give up. He was just like, wow, I'm disappointed. And I feel like that's what I really needed to hear the most to change my life around. Because, like, your parents could beat you. They could do whatever they want. But when they say that they disappointed, that shit hurt different. Like, it's like, ooh.
Did he ever say he was disappointed about your OnlyFans?
He doesn't know about that.
Well, I mean, he's going to know about it now.
Well, he will, but, I mean,
What do you
at the
think
end
he'll
of the
say
day,
when he finds out about your OnlyFans?
Sucking and fucking. Daddy?
Yeah.
Daddy?
A little bit of this and a little bit of that, Pops.
Daddy, Pappy?
my holy ears. But nah, like, I mean, I'm an adult, and you gotta understand, like, he's an adult. He's done this with a female. I'm a female. It's like, it's the circle of life,
Yeah, but
you
did
feel
he
me?
do it on camera?
Back in his day, they didn't have cameras, I think. I don't know. I'm born
Well, I
in
mean, they have
2000.
cameras now. He's not doing it, right?
I don't know what that grown man does in his free time. I don't know. If he does take videos, I don't know. I don't want to see him. I don't know.
I mean, you don't suspect your father has an OnlyFans account, right?
Not an OnlyFans, but he might be doing his little thing, take his video.
For public consumption?
Maybe not public.
Yeah, probably not public
But I
consumption.
do.
Yeah, and you're sure he doesn't know?
He might now.
All right.
Okay, so, and then I didn't forget about you. We were having a nice spirited back and forth. You were saying that you thought that God created men and women equally.
No, I said God created men and women, not equals. We're not equals, absolutely not. But he did create us, both of us. So we're either, I feel like we're supposed to be a team in some sort of way.
Well, team implies what?
Not equality. In a team setting, no one is an equal. There's people have positions in a
Okay.
team setting.
Okay, so you would say that the man's the head of the family.
He should, I would like my man to be the head of my family. And I would like to support him in however way I can.
Do you think that men should be the head of the family?
I think every relationship has a different dynamic, but me personally, I want my man to be the head of my family, yes.
Okay, so I'll grant that every single relationship has a different dynamic.
They do.
Would you say, though, that generally it's a better idea if the man
I
is
agree.
at the head?
Yes, I think the dynamic is much more better from my experience when I see my friends who are married.
Mm-hmm.
The dynamic is typically better when, yes.
Yeah, and should women be submissive to their men?
Absolutely, but you gotta, you don't want to be submissive to, just anything, you gotta be,
Well, no, that wouldn't be your man. You would be submissive
When women say you don't want to be submissive to any man, then why do you give yourself to any man?
to your man, right?
Yeah, but this man that I'm submissive to, there's everyone should have standards and should have their standards, and it's that's what you should be.
So what standard does a man have to meet for you to be submissive to him?
For me, a big one is mainly a provider.
Money?
Money is a big factor because we have access to a lot of things. If I have kids, I want to make sure that they go to good schools and we have a nice home and we live in a nice neighborhood, things like that.
So if he meets the material conditions.
That and also communication, because along the way of our relationship, there will be things that we need to overcome and misunderstandings and different points of views.
I would like to let everyone know, communicating and overcoming things, men have been doing that, young boys have been doing that since they were young, communicating and overcoming things. So it's not the man.
So important for us to we're solution oriented and not so much stuck on this, I'm right, you're wrong. It's more this is the issue. And
But
this
what
is
if he
the
says he's right and you're wrong?
I'll let him have it, and then maybe when he calms down,
Well, I mean, that's-
I'll revisit.
That's that's awful benevolent of you to let him have
It depends what the heat of the moment is, but I will.
It doesn't sound very submissive. I mean, you're going to go bother him again in an hour? You're like, okay, fine. And then you're going to come back in an hour and be like, but after having thought about this in my bedroom, I got more and more upset and felt like I needed to bring it back to you.
Look, it all depends on what it is. Like, some things I'm willing to, like, okay, whatever. It's not like, I'm not sure. Like, it depends really on the argument and what it is. You know what I mean?
So here's why I'm asking. Let me just cut right to the chase.
Yeah.
I don't believe when most women say that they want to be submissive that they're telling the truth. I think
Why?
that because I don't believe that what they consider submission to be, I think that they consider it another form of partnership or equality. So I'll submit as long as you meet X, Y, Z conditions. So like, for instance,
Right, well-
hang on. You said material conditions are important.
For me, yes.
So you get married to a guy who makes $500,000 a year. He gives you a wonderful life. He gets sick.
Okay.
Like my dad did. He gets multiple sclerosis. Okay. And now he's messed up. Is he still the head of the family, even if you're the breadwinner?
I mean, he's my partner. I married him. It wasn't his fault that he got sick.
It's true. But is he the head of the family, even if you're the breadwinner?
In my eyes, he is. Like, I would be like, kids, respect your father. He's still your dad.
He says, I make all the decisions, and you're going to follow those decisions.
Well, I think decisions in a household, it's a two-parent household. Like, what decisions are being made? I think if you respect...
Well, that's not submission.
If you respect your partner, look, submissive is not a slave. Let's be clear.
What is it?
Submissive is like, to me, if your man, like, look, if we have gender roles, if we are both doing our part, like, in a way, a man submits to a woman, a woman submits to a man.
No, a man doesn't submit to a woman. How does a man
Yes, he
submit to a
does,
woman?
because your woman will have certain wishes that she wants you to grant or things she wants you to do. Let's say, like, throughout the
That's a slave. I'm gonna go back.
woman, woman
No,
submits
a man
to
doesn't submit to a woman. How does a man
Yes, he
submit to a
does,
woman?
because your woman will have certain wishes.
Your woman will have certain wishes. Your women would have certain wishes. Certain wishes. That's what you said. A woman will have certain wishes.
That she wants you to grant or things she
Grant.
wants you to do. Let's say, like, throw out the trash.
Throwing out the trash. What are we talking about here? What are we talking about? Throwing out the trash. Not a good father reading to the son. Not giving me some time off because I've been in the house or whatever the case. I've been with all the kids all day, and him taking the kids out and giving me whatever, or him rubbing my feet, some things like that, or him going to family events with me, making us feel family oriented and all that. None of that. It's grant wishes, and one of the wishes is throwing out the trash. Come on now. So go back to it. If the man is sick, and like the man said, if the man's sick and you're the breadwinner now, and he can barely move, whatever the case may be, he can't throw the trash now. Now all the responsibilities for the most part are on you.
Or be home by dinner at this time, or help me with this, help me with that, or
Sounds
provide,
like equality.
Or provide. That's not equality because she's
Well,
not.
if you're saying
she's
that
not
he has to
providing.
submit under XYZ role,
I'm not
you have to
saying he has
submit
to
under
submit.
XYZ role. It sounds like
I'm not.
it's a partnership.
Look, yes, we are partners.
Oh, that's not
But
equal.
Partners are
That's
not equal.
They're not? You have a lesser
No.
equality to your husband?
No, I deserve
Well,
respect.
that confuses me.
Okay.
Are you equal or are you not equal to your
Equal
husband?
in we're not equal because you're a man, I'm a woman. We deserve equal respect, but we both have
So
different
equal
roles.
dignity as human beings, sure.
We have different roles in this relationship dynamic. You're a father, you're a husband, I'm a wife, I'm
So
a
what's
mother.
his role if he's sick, right?
he's
And he can't
sick,
work and you have to provide. He
then-
says this. Hang
then
on.
I'll
He
do
says
it.
this. He says this. When you come home, you're going to give me all the money. And I'm going to put the money in where I see fit, right? That's where it's going to go.
Well,
and
I
hang
would-
on. Let me finish.
Yeah.
And you disagree with what he's doing with that money, and you're making it.
Why would I disagree? I would trust. I mean, like.
Because you do. You think he's spending it unwisely.
So in this scenario, I disagree with him. I would express that. Look, I don't think it's a smart decision. And if you want to that's the thing. Like, it's not an argument. It's like this is what's the problem. Like, let's solve it. So it's not about me being right
And
or
he
you
says,
being
good.
okay,
right.
let's solve it. We're going to do this, and that's it.
Well, that wouldn't be my partner.
Oh,
because
right.
my partner's not stuck on.
Because
My partner's not stuck on having his
Respect
way.
me first,
right,
Andrew.
Right. So when you
No.
boil
Well,
it down,
we both deserve respect.
when
How
you-
would you like it if I came home and I'm like, no, we're only doing this, and what I say
well,
goes?
if I was the
don't-
one advocating that I was submissive, that would be my expectation.
Look, in a
is that I'd come home
relationship-
and submit.
In a relationship, we both submit at certain different times of the day.
Equality.
Like it's not equality.
Oh, really?
I-
It
you
sounds
know.
like equality.
Okay,
It sounds
what
like
is
with like
equality to
flowery.
you? What's equality to you?
So for me, it would be a kind of utilitarian aspect of egalitarianism, which would mean that you think that you are equal to your husband.
I'm not though. So
Then
what's-
why is
what's
it
the
that if he says
misunderstanding?
this is the way it is, you say
I wouldn't argue
that would
with
not be
him.
my partner who said that to me. If I thought he was using that money irresponsibly, I thought so.
So what would you do if your wife was misusing your money? Like you're not
Oh,
gonna
I would
have
take
an
the money away from her.
You're not. So I'm not gonna take anything away from my husband. Like
Well, then if he says that's the way it is, you should say what?
well, then that's the way it is. But
Well,
like
then how come earlier you said that would not be my partner
because
then?
my partner would allow me to like express myself and have my
Why
views.
should he allow you to express yourself if he's already made the decision? If he says no,
Because some decisions require two people.
which ones?
And some decisions you want your partner's input.
Which decision requires two people?
It doesn't. I don't have. Have you ever been married or in a relationship?
Let's assume I haven't.
Okay. Well.
You
okay.
can tell?
Whether you have or you haven't.
I thought you might.
I have a question. Whether you have or you haven't, have you owned a business with someone else?
Let's assume I haven't.
Have you played a sport with someone else?
Let's assume I haven't. Can you get to the argument?
My argument is that in all these things, you need to consult
partner,
with the
though.
people you're working with, or
That's not- nothing to do with submission.
Consult. Now, if you're coaching a team, when you go to consult with your players, can you do things like, say, run a bunch of fucking laps? And if you don't, you're off the team.
I don't know. I'm not a coach.
Then why'd you bring it up as an example?
Because when you're.
Why did you ask me?
Because I'm talking about.
Wait,
team-
what the fuck?
I'm
You
talking
just
about-
asked me. You were
I'm
like,
talking
have you ever
about
been on a team?
setting.
And I give you a team analogy,
I'm
and you're like,
talking
I have
about-
no idea.
Right, you're talking about, I'm talking about team setting, as in team player with team player. You're talking about the coach. I think, I'm not a coach. I don't know. But in a team setting, like a relationship is, because it is a partnership. You get married as a partnership.
And your submission comes in as what?
As respect for my husband.
Yeah, but what does that mean? I just gave you a scenario
Right.
in which your husband says, from your perspective, he's not respecting you. From your perspective,
No,
he's
you're
saying,
saying-
hang on, it's baked into the hypothetical. Just listen. Don't move
But
it.
why
Hang
is
on.
the
Don't move.
why
Don't
is
move
the
ahead because it's
hypothetical
designed
always
to test your
negative?
logic.
Why is hypothetical always negative?
Hypotheticals aren't always negative. It's just designed to test your logic so we
Okay.
can see where you end up.
Okay, cool.
This guy's making decisions you don't agree with, and he's taking your money, which you're earning, and he's sick. And you say, I don't agree with the decisions, and he says, listen, that's too bad. I have the last word on this. What happens?
Look, I don't know because I've never been in that situation. I just trust that the man I end up with, I have good judgment of character, and
She
when people are
switched.
sick, they're
She switched so much. You see the way he broke it down to her. The way he broke it down to her made her switch, like change the trajectory of everything that she was saying, and she essentially just submitted to him. Like he has to essentially like look how much he had to do for her to just be like and listen. Like he had to literally like. It's crazy.
not themselves. I don't know.
Yeah, so I think I understand you say you don't know.
I don't
right?
know,
But
yeah.
from my perspective, submission. People who actually say I submit to my husband in that situation, they submit.
It's not again so much about being right or wrong.
That's right.
I think it's more about like, this is the problem. Let's solve it. So that is,
Yeah, but what if he says it's not a problem? I've already solved it. Now go
okay,
away.
then I trust him.
Now
then
go
I
to your
trust
room.
him.
Now
I
go to your
wouldn't-
room.
Look, if it's solved, if my husband wouldn't speak to me that way. That's
Why
the
not?
thing.
I would.
Because there's respect. Because when you respect
That's
your
not-
partner,
If you're questioning him, you're not respecting him.
I'm not questioning him. You
Well,
are.
then
you're
why did he
saying-
send you to your room?
You're saying.
No, she's
in
mad.
your
She's about Chris
story-
saying go leave,
No,
bitch. He didn't. And just to clarify, Chris said leave bitch. That's
in
not what
your
he said.
No, I didn't say that.
Yeah, he didn't say that. So
Okay.
disregard Chris.
No, no, I
But
didn't
in
say
your
that.
story, I'm disagreeing with my husband.
Right.
I would I'm not really like a disagreeable person because I trust the
Stop
man
the
I'm
cap.
with.
What are you doing right now?
No,
Right now, man.
She's very prideful. Like she has like when she speaks, she's very like prideful. And there's nothing wrong with it. I think she'll be very submissive. I think she'll probably be a great wife. She just has to find someone that essentially shows her something kind of like different. I mean, that's kind of the vibe she's giving me. She's giving me like she wants to submit, but the society has told her this is what submission is you throw the trash out and I'll, that's what, she's just like alluding to a submission, but that's not like really the man, you know what I'm saying? Like the man submitted, do the garbage. It's like, that's really not submission on either part. It's like the trash needs to be out. You're cleaning or cooking or whatever. Let me take the trash out. You know what I'm saying? Like it. But if it's 18 bags of trash, are you gonna let him take all 18 bags of trash out? You know what I'm saying? Like it's like a yin and a yang. Like, but I do think that she'll be probably like a dope wife, a dope mom or whatever. She's just very prideful and clearly allowing society to just mess up her nice little brain there.
he wants to debate and argue. I'm not, so I'm standing my ground on my point of view.
Okay.
And
Well, I'll just end it like this then. Maybe we can find some common ground.
maybe we could.
So, in the situation then, if your husband, from your perspective, gets sick,
Yes.
right, and it's terrible, but all of his faculties are intact, right, and he says, now you're going to go work. When you get home, I'm going to take the money, I'm going to apply it to the household how I see fit, even if you don't like it.
I trust him.
And
I
you
would say
agree
yes.
that women should do so.
I trust him, so I
Yeah, I
would,
know, but
I
you
would say
agree
yes.
women should do so if they're married.
I mean, it's your kingdom. Yeah, you cooperate. Like, you know what I mean? It's more than just about you. It's about your family and you guys. Everybody has different values. So, like, for me, like, I trust him. If he's intact, yeah, he's sick. Like, okay, now it's my turn.
And you think most women should?
I think if you value that relationship and you want it to last a long time and last, then yeah,
Then
do your
okay.
end. Do
Perfect.
your end.
Well, then we find some agreement. So women should submit to their husbands.
Yeah.
Even under circumstances where they take all the money while they're sick and make decisions the woman does not agree with.
Well, if it
Now,
was,
if that's true,
if it was reversed,
can you tell her that?
Yeah.
Yeah, because
but
it
she
doesn't
agrees.
come
No.
with
Yeah, I mean, I think the first girl, she was just trying to say that, in my eyes, I think if the husband's sick, I think that she would want to take on more responsibility and more, of the issues that's at hand. But he's an antagonizer though, for sure. He definitely antagonizes them. But he has a valid points and stuff like that. Just certain things that they're saying about, go to your room and this and that. And the husband said, this is the final answer and this is the final. For me, I'm not that way. I'm not like, depending on what it is, I'm not really too big on like, this is the final, this is what it is. Like, I'm gonna be like, hey, we should do this. Like, let's go do this. And, I'm not too big on, this is, no. Like, but if it had to come to that, then whoever I'm with, you would hope and want them to submit. But if they don't submit, then, it's a beautiful world out here. You can find anybody. Or you can just be alone. But, yeah, man, I think overall, man, when it comes to, like, things like this, people just try to put everybody in a box. The man should submit to the woman. The woman should submit to the man. I just think whoever has the brighter, not brighter, but whoever is the most dominant one should be the head of the household, and whoever is, the best fit for it. Because like I said, I've seen women be head of the household. I've seen men be head of the household, and I've seen bad men be head of the household. I've seen bad women be head of the household. I've seen good men and I've seen good women be head of the household. So it's just like you don't. I think it's a men-driven world, and that it's always men, 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 men. You know, even when you think about God, they say he and he. Like everything is man, man, man. And I think for the most part, I think women just want to feel like, but you know, I think they're my perspective. I think that they